because he likes to pretend like he's climbing a tree. And Michaela's a pretty tall tree, so he likes to get as high up as he can. I think you're as high as you can go, buddy. Yeah. So please over here, I know you guys might see a little discoloration. He's only about 2 years old, so he has just started doing all these programs, and he does really good, but we want to make sure he always feels safe. That's why I asked you guys to stay a little quiet. Now, one really cool thing about binturongs is that they have a funny smell. They have a scent gland that actually makes them smell like buttered popcorn. Yep, so at the facility, when we work with these guys, they do smell pretty much exactly like buttered popcorn. It's just a weird fact about them. All right. I was going to see if he wanted to do his one and only trick since he is 2. He doesn't know too much. All right. He says, no, I'm too busy smelling. One way we get to know these guys as we're new trainers and we come in to work with them is we actually blow in their face. So I told you they're very sensory oriented, so they love smells. So to him, he can smell all the different smells from each of us, and he can tell us apart, just like we can tell each other apart from our faces or our hair or eye color. So he can tell us apart just by how we smell. You're very big into smells right now, aren't you? Well, he lives with his sister at Wild Wonders. Now, these guys are actually a little famous. Him and his sister were on Jimmy Kimmel. I know most of you kids are way asleep when that comes on, but the adults might appreciate that. So they were on Jimmy Kimmel so they could reach a lot more people and educate all sorts of people about binturongs. Now they're from Malaysia and Indonesia. And that's, they're a rainforest animal just like all these guys that we brought. And you guys see their big tail? Yeah, their tail is so big and it's actually prehensile, just like that kinkajou's tail. So they can hang with that tail, although they can't hang upside down for very long. This guy here weighs about 35 pounds. Yeah, please. Yep. Alright, well he's done so good. I'm going to keep talking about him as I try to get him back in the crate, because we want to make it such a positive experience for him. So he's doing such a great job. Now you can see the whiskers on his face too. He kind of has whiskers, doesn't he? That's where some people think that he kind of looks like a cat. But he's in his own little group. Yep, we're gonna try to get him back into the crate. He likes all these smells in here. Hey guys, see how white hold on guys, let's be patient. You know when you're working with wild animals, you're on their schedule. So you can't rush it. But sometimes he thinks maybe there's some extra goodies out here that I haven't he is actually a hybrid macaw. He's half hyacinth macaw, which is a deep blue color. They're actually the largest species of planet macaw. And he's also mixed with a military macaw, which is pretty much all green, and they have this really cool red crest on him. So if you got kind of close to his face, you can kind of see maybe one or two little red feathers poking through. But mostly he's kind of this green-teal color, combination of his parents. Now, macaws have some pretty cool adaptations. Yeah, tell them all about them. So he has this really sharp beak. That beak is so sharp that it could actually break a broomstick right in half. So you can imagine what it could do to fingers or your furniture if you had them at home. Now the other thing they have is these really cool feet. Their feet are what we call zygodactyl. Can you guys say zygodactyl? Zygodactyl. Yeah, it sounds like a crazy dinosaur, doesn't it? But that just means that 2 toes face forward and 2 toes face backwards, which gives them a really strong grip. Everybody poops, right? I know, even birds do. I said no, I know. Alright, stay quiet guys, let's stay seated. Now, not only are they really loud, but they are called nature's alarm clocks for that reason. Because what they will do out in the wild, in the rainforest, is that they'll wake up in the morning, they'll stretch out their wings, like that. And then they'll stretch out their legs, and get all nice and warmed up. And then they stretch out their voice. And they will scream as loud as that, even louder. And they will live in flocks of up to thousands of these guys. So you can imagine how loud that would get if there's thousands of these making that really big noise. Yeah, very loud. Now, not only are they really loud, but lots of times people try to own these guys as pets, like I was saying, but he has the mental capacity of a 2-year-old. I apparently brought all the 2-year-olds to our show, and they're throwing some tantrums, but that's all right. But he has a mental capacity of a 2-year-old, and he lives to be 80 to 100. So for all you parents out there, that's like having a 2-year-old for 80 to 100 years. Yeah, not a pretty picture. No, not at all. All right, well before you go, Cody, I will tell you, he loves a certain song. You guys want to know what the song is? No? Okay. No, so he loves the girls just want to have fun song, but we changed it a little bit. We changed it to birds. So, birds just want to have fun. Oh, birds just want to have fun. You're not going to dance this time? You're going to leave me slap flying solo? But, no? No one? All right. Nothing? Usually he gets down with that song. Birds just want to have fun. He says no. I'm not going to dance. I'm just going to make you look silly. Animals do that too. That's okay. Alright. Well, thank you guys so much for coming. And, we saw a lot of fun animals from the rainforest. Like I said, lots of these guys are endangered or threatened to become extinct. So what are we going to do at home? Recycle. Yeah. And not only that, but there's something else really easy you guys can do to help animals. You want to know what it is? Tell people about animals. So all you guys learned some really cool facts, and you guys can go out and share that too, because education and awareness is the first step towards action and awareness.